Welcome to Colors of India, a show that brings you up to speed with world cultural events and arts sitting right there in the comfort of your den. And today's top stories: Russian ballet in town, Alarmail Valli's dance tribute to Zubin Mehta, and the Kulfi story on the food trail. The Russian Cultural Center, which has been functional since the Nehruvian era, celebrated their 65th anniversary with an exhibition of their performing art traditions. Exiton is a modern children's ballet group from Ulyanovsk with the youngest kid just 8 and the eldest barely touching her 20s. But age, like they say, is no bar when it comes to upholding one's culture.
Страна для нас очень сложная, мы очень хотели понравиться индийскому зрителю. И я рада, что дети старались, что дети показали все, на что они способны.
Life in cold Russia is rather challenging, and the Exiton's opening ballet piece was about just this. It told the story of the Cossacks, or the landowners, settled close to the borders. The girls from this community are brave and daring and can ride horses and lead troops. Like adding wings to imagination, the dancers mixed acrobatic stunts with graceful moves, creating a gripping visual dialogue.
The performance was amazing because I think this was one of a lifetime experience, and I think I'm speechless. It's so great.
With their dance, they highlighted the trivial and forgotten faces of human life. Like in the act, Why Don't People Fly? Dressed in white, resembling the sky, they questioned the monotonous life of humans and their desires. This very feeling was also expressed in The Clockwork Toys, a dance piece evoking the memories of childhood, where a child believes his toys to be alive with powers to do anything.
was really impressive. All of them, especially the little ones, are so like tiny rubber bands. The dance itself was very beautiful.
Comedy was not forgotten, and they performed The Small Bee, mocking the long braids of the proud girl. And this piece was followed by the wooers with their fast and lively quadrille dance steps. An understanding of culture can definitely broaden your mind, just like Nehru said. Now, language, which was initially meant for communication, can also be barriers. Like in the case of poetry, so many great works do not have the international appeal because it was written and published in another language. Selected works from Spanish world can now be easily accessed through Instituto Cervantes, New Delhi. With the launch of their quarterly magazine Yapanchitra, literature of the Spanish-speaking countries have now found a permanent representation alongside works of regional Indian poets.
I think poets in all the languages of the world communicate with each other in a different level of communication, which we mere mortals are not able to do. No? So putting Spanish, English and Indian languages together, we find it's very fruitful to our mission of introducing Spanish culture in India.
The journal focuses on constructive dialogues between different cultures, and each issue will concentrate on two key regions. The first issue focused on Bengali poems translated into English, along with translated works of Colombian Spanish writers.
You need to be very daring to issue and to publish a magazine about poetry. Poetry is a very, very elevated product, very sophisticated, and it's not easy to find a massive market for that. But in this case, even the endeavor has more characteristics remarkable.
Yapanchitra. In Spanish, Yapan means an effort to maintain one's life, and the Sanskrit word yatra stands for the journey. And though this is just the beginning, we are sure that it is going to be a picture of substance. And on that note, we're taking a small break. Don't go anywhere, Colors of India will be right back. Coming up next, a dance tribute to Zubin Mehta, followed by the Kulfi story. Welcome back. In the rhythm of the universe, in the movement of the leaves, and in the sound of our breath, there is music, which is why a musician is first a world citizen. And this was precisely the reason why Germany's ambassador to India, Michael Steiner, bestowed the Commander's Cross of the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany to Zubin Mehta, the name that put India on the Western classical music chart.
You know, before music even starts, there is silence. This silence is what is broken when the first sounds occur, either from the flute, from a violin, or from the whole orchestra together. And this is the moment of magic. Every evening when we stand before a public and start interpreting.
The evening reception, hosted in honor of the great maestro, was attended by dignitaries from the socio-political circle.
Well, we mustn't forget that India has an enormous culture of music of its own. Western music is an acquired taste, but there are many now growing more and more in all the main cities at least. So once you have a concert hall in Delhi, there will be more interest.
And Bharatanatyam dancer Alarmail Valli presented a short dance tribute. Her dance repertoire celebrated Prakriti or Shakti, mixing verses from Kalidasa's poems with Bharatiyar's Silapadikaram and the prayers of the Atharva Veda. Valli's dance described the goddess in all her glory.
The interesting thing is that Zubin Mehta represents something totally different because he's doing classical European music. That's his profession as a conductor of classical concerts and opera. But he has this similarity with Alarmail Valli because both believe in beauty and both believe in the excellence, that means in the perfection of the work.
In split seconds, she changed from the dancing peacock into a flowing waterfall or the clasp of thunder to a doe-eyed deer. And until finally the magic was all over and the spell broken, the audience sat transfixed, fascinated by this nature depiction. Like Zubin Mehta said, silence will once again become music. But in this fast-paced life, one does seems to forget so many different things, which Amit Hari's exhibition pointed out. Rupantar or Transformation was this season's unique painting exhibition, and the main hall felt like a different world altogether. The one image that was constant throughout was that of the fish. Every painting had the fish in a different shape or style, and the beauty was in the details.
इतनी सारी चीज़ें हैं अपने आसपास जीवन में, क्या घटित हो रहा है, क्या मैं देखता हूँ। मैं अलग अलग शहरों में जाता हूँ, वहाँ की कल्चर अलग है, वहाँ का सोसाइटी, वहाँ का जो उठने बैठने का तरीका, रहन सहन, जीवन हर से लिए अलग है, वहाँ का खान पान। उन सब चीज़ों का निचोड़ क्या है मेरे पास में, कि वो दबाव भी हैं, कोई वहाँ पे स्वतंत्रता भी है, मुक्ति भी है, छटपटाहट है अपने बीच की। वो सब चीज़ों का मिला जुला रूप एक निकल कर के आ रहा है।
On a deeper level, these paintings speak of the artist's mind. The beautiful, colorful fish, pierced with 1,000,000 arrows, continues the journey on its destined direction. Art becomes Amit's medium of comment, and he discusses man's single-minded, goal-oriented existence. The arrows are the morals and the principles which he picks up on the way, which in turn helps him to stay grounded. Turtles were also a prominent figure in these paintings, and they symbolized the stability of life.
Background, it appeared to me very interesting. He painstakingly, like he has given much character to the painting. The fish itself describes many things, something moving, something swallowing a smaller thing.
Rajasthan's bright colors and intricate weave patterns were superimposed with the fish imagery, and on the background were abstract strokes. Using acrylic colors on canvas and paper, Amit brought modernity and tradition onto a single platform. Art which works up an imagination. Think about it while we take another small break. Coming up next, Kulfi, the flavor of the season. Welcome back. Imagine the delights of slurping a kulfi in this humid weather. More about this legendary traditional dish and a place to have it from on Food Rave.
Among the most preferred and popular traditional dessert in India. Initially, we used to get kulfi in earthenware pots sold by kulfi walas, but today you have specialized parlors for the same. So walk down about half a kilometer from the Karol Bagh metro station, and what you find here is the legendary Roshandi Kulfi. Well, this 50-year-old shop is always popular and crowded by people because of its delicious summer delicacy. Let's find out more. Roshandi Kulfi has been a Karol Bagh favorite for years. It's one of those places where the crowd spills out the door, and if you want a seat, you have to hover over people. This specialized kulfi parlor has been operational since 1956. Originally a Persian dessert, the kulfi made an Indian debut with the coming of the Mughals. Sometime back in the 1500s, Mughal chefs recreated this wonder stick to keep the rulers in good spirits and cool temperaments. Today, the much evolved kulfi is ice cream Indian style. Roshandi means delicious gooey noodles that they put on top, and the speciality is the kulfi faluda. You said that you've come up with this concept of sugar-free kulfi.
Yeah.
Who came up with this idea, number one? And secondly, what has been the response like? Do you have more number of takers for sugar-free kulfi considering everybody's diet conscious these days?
There's a very famous Maharaji, Punyananji. They are diabetic, so they ask for the sugar-free kulfi. And when we served them, they loved too much. And he said that you should start it at shop too.
Achha, that's how the idea came about.
Yeah, that's from this idea came from. We use best sugar-free powder, Splenda powder, for our sugar-free kulfi.
Kulfi is not just about the sweetness. Delicate flavors of spices like cardamom, saffron and cinnamon are all part of the package. And because it is not whipped before freezing, its consistency is vaguely similar to frozen custards. This is the sugar-free kulfi that we've been talking about so much all this while. This is supposed to be low on calorie. Let me taste and tell you how much the sweet quotient is. Low on sugar content, but the taste is just absolutely sweet as the other kulfis are, and yet it's low on calorie, less on fat and good to taste. And the season special, Mango Kulfi, has tiny chunks of mangoes inside. Fruitilicious!
You know, last 20 years I'm coming here. Now we shifted to Dwarka. Today I came from Dwarka to eat kulfi and chole bhature.
Taste is the same what I have taken 10 years back. And everybody serves here with a smiling face. We feel nice, like, you know, the chole bhature and the kulfi over here. That's almost became like a khana hi hai. Delhi aaya to khana hi hai. It's like that.
Roshandi Kulfi goes beyond dessert, or rather it's good stuff that comes before dessert like chole bhature, a Punjabi chickpea dish, raj kachori, aloo tikki, dahi bhala and other sweetmeats. It's easy to see why this place is packed throughout the day. Light and quick service, great chaat, amazing variety of mithai, and of course the unforgettable kulfis. But among all the three options that you have here, my favorite undoubtedly is the Mango Kulfi.
So that was our kulfi story. And in case you have some lovely food stories to share, then do write to us through our Facebook page. I will see you next week. Until then, take good care and bye-bye.